Welcome back, my weebs and otakus. It's Otakunofuji with another game mini review. This time I'm playing Ogre Tale on the Xbox. This is also on the other platforms as well. This is a 2D beat 'em up that was by the same folks that made Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds, Mages. The reason why I played this is because I love Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds. I love that game. And this game, Ogre Tale, I instantly recognized the art style and was just like, I need to play this. And then when it came out on Xbox, that was even better. It's not as good as Phantom Breaker Battleground because there's not as much to do. There's only 3 characters, whereas Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds has a ton of characters that all play super differently. And Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds has a really deep combat system that's really customizable, and there's progression. You have to unlock everything. This game doesn't really have that. It does have funny dialogue, at least, because these 3 girls are the Ogre sisters. They're Oni. The story is that centuries ago the Oni clan was almost wiped out, and now in modern day these 3 sisters that are descendants of the ogres have the ability to get revenge on the guy that took their clan out centuries ago. So technically you're playing as the bad guys because ogres are bad guys, but this Momotaro, he's a bad guy now in present day who's using yokai to do bad stuff. But the dialogue is really funny. It's really self-referential. It's really, fourth wall breaking. They reference other Mages games a lot. They talk about Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds even in this game. And they reference Steins Gate and some other stuff as well. And the art style is definitely instantly recognizable. The backgrounds and the characters, they look just like Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds. Because in this game you only have kind of normal attacks like this. Although there's 3 characters and they have different weapons, so they play slightly differently. But basically you just have simple attacks, and you have these ultimate attacks that, depending on what direction button you push, you get a different ultimate. And you can charge the ultimate up, and you can throw projectiles. This girl has kunai. I think one of them has bow and arrow. So it's pretty standard stuff. But it's just not as dynamic or complex as Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds. So it's definitely a lesser experience. It's a similar experience, but definitely not as good. Because basically you just spam the ultimate attacks. And you unlock weapons and you unlock stuff, but they don't make that big of a difference. It's deceptively shallow. It's good. It's like a 6 out of 10. Even if you weren't comparing it directly to Phantom Breaker, I think it'd still be a little disappointing. But it looks nice. It's got cute girls. It's funny. It's got easy achievements. I'm into it. I don't dislike it, but it's just not as good as Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds. You can play online and do co-op, which is kind of weird because all of the missions are really, really short and really, really easy. So playing with random strangers seems sort of weird. I'm just glad that a game like this is on Xbox. I bought it to support this type of game on Xbox, and the Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds remake is going to come out on all the platforms in February 2025. I'll buy that on Xbox too, because I like these games. I like games like this, even though this one isn't very deep. Doesn't have a ton of content. It's not as good as their previous games from Mages, but it's still worth playing. It has easy achievements. It has cute girls, and it's funny. It definitely is funny. But this was Otakunofuji doing a mini review of Ogre Tale. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and check out otakunofuji.com.